Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Kaka, yesterday, Raila Odinga had a press conference and he made a very sensitive accusation to William Samoei Ruto, which I want us to discuss today. Raila said Ruto is plotting to install the former IEBC chairman Wafula Chebukati. That's what Raila said. Alisema Ruto is plotting. For those who listened to the yesterday's press conference, that's what Raila said. Now, by the end of this analysis, I want us to find out if this is really practical. Can it bear fruits? Of course, I know Raila says what he has already received intelligence. Raila haongei tu. So if you see Raila saying Ruto wants to do this, just know Raila has received first-hand intelligence. But then my question is, how will this work? I am going to look at several factors here to try and understand if these accusations can bear fruits, right? Now, when you read Article 167 of our Kenyan Constitution, tenure of office of the Chief Justice and other judges, that is Article 167 of our Constitution. Let me read clause 1. A judge shall retire from office on attaining the age of... I want you to underline that. A judge shall retire from office on attaining the age of 70 years, but may elect to retire at any time after attaining the age of 65 years. So means the constitutional retirement age for a judge is 70 years. But also, on personal grounds, a judge might decide to take early retirement age at the age of 65. So ukifika 65, you can decide to retire yourself or you wait for 70 years. Now, I want also to read clause 2 for the purposes of my analysis. The Chief Justice shall hold office for a maximum of 10 years or until retiring under clause 1, whichever is the earlier. So, before I proceed, this simply means a judge who doubles as a Chief Justice also, one, constitutionally is supposed to retire at the age of 75, as at the age of 70, or they can decide to take early retirement at the age of 65, and from the day of appointment, if the judge has not attained retirement age, is supposed to serve for a maximum of 10 years. So a judge can retire after attaining the age of 70 years before his 10 years term ends, whichever comes earlier, right? So if the judge is appointed at the age of 50, he can still serve 10 years because by the time he finishes or she finishes 10, he or she will be 60 years, right? So whichever comes earlier works constitutionally. Now, Mother Koome was appointed in 2021 by President Uhuru Kenyatta in May. So 2021 May, 2022 May, that is 1 year. 2023 May, those are 2 years. And 2024 this year May, those are 3 years. So for retirement, Koome has 7 years to finish his 10 years term. So as we speak, Koome has already served for 2 years. Akifika May this year, ndiye anamaliza miaka 3. As we speak right now, Koome is 63 years old. 63 years old means she has 7 years from now to attain a constitutional retirement age, or she's remaining with 2 years to attain an early retirement age of 65. So if Koome decides to take early retirement, then she has 2 years in office. Sijui kama unanielewa. Miaka 2 peke yake. So that she can attain 65. If Koome can wait for 10 years to elapse, that is his office, so she has 7 years in office before she attains 70 years. Now, there's something I want to understand here. Right? CJ Koome is only 1 year older from Chebukati, because Chebukati is 62 years. Now, Chebukati has 3 years to attain early retirement age, and he has 8 years to attain 70 years. Now, I want to understand how this logic is going to work. Which criteria is Ruto going to use to install Chebukati? Because they're almost the same age with Mother Koome. Right? If Mother Koome takes an early retirement, then she will be retiring in 2 years' time. So tuseme she will be retiring in 2024 plus 2 years. She will to retire in 2026 before the general election, right? And if Chebukati is going to be appointed after an early retirement, CJ Koome, then Chebukati will also serve, because by that time, Chebukati shall have attained 64 years. Then she'll be serving like 2027 alone before attaining early retirement age of 65. Sijui kama nimekuchanganya. Now, I'm trying to understand which criteria Ruto is going to use to install Chebukati, who is almost the same age as CJ Koome. So, ni criteria gani anaenda kutumia kumtoa Koome kwa ofisi ili aweke Chebukati? Or maybe the only thing that can work according to me, if Ruto sits down because he wants to reward loyalties, if Ruto sits down to give Mother Koome an early retirement, to say 65 years, yeah? So ampatie early retirement because she will get all the benefits like the normal retirement. So CJ Koome takes an early retirement of 65 years or 65 years. Then now Ruto will award Chebukati the position. Then Chebukati maybe will serve up to 70 years. Na Ruto amalize tamu yake ya pili if he is to come back. I'm saying if at all is to come back. Because Ruto is now preparing for a second term. Is preparing to get loyalties in second term. So the only available option, I don't know, but to me, as per the research I have done, the only available option to install Chebukati as a CJ is to appoint him in the new vacancies. Chebukati will first be listed as a judge of the High Court or the lower court, whichever case. Then he gets promoted. From there, he will be appointed as a CJ. So it's a process that takes some like 2 years from now. So by the third time, you find Koome has taken an early retirement if that agreement should be made between the president and the Koome. Kama wataelewana, right? So still there is possibility, but if only Koome agrees to take early retirement. This is only applicable if Koome agrees to take early retirement. But if Koome refuses to take early retirement, that means it will be very hard for Chebukati to sail through. If Koome decides, no, I'm taking my 70 years, then Chebukati will have no option. So it's not something that you wake up. Sio kitu kwamba Ruto ataamuka asubuhi na afanye promotion. It's not something that he just says. There's a due procedure to be followed, and that is the only procedure. If only Mother Koome decides to take an early retirement of 65, that is when Chebukati will sail through that position. But if Koome decides hapana naenda 70 years, then Ruto has a task ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope now you understand what it takes. If at all Raila's sentiments are true, and if at all Ruto is planning to award Chebukati, then that is the only way he can do it, and there's no any other shortcut. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.